March 5th, 2016, the wrestling world was introduced to the Antichrist of professional wrestling, Jason Snipe. 2 months later, Minnesota National Wrestling, MNW, was born. 2 months after that, I was given the opportunity of a lifetime to fight to become the first ever MNW champion. That night, I was screwed out of that match. A few days later, I became the first ever Intercontinental champion. I was untouchable. I was unstoppable. Every single person who stepped in front of me, I broke them. I dominated them. I snapped their neck and I walked away. But in the back of my head, as much as that title meant to me, as successful as that title reign was to me, I was still waiting for my one-on-one rematch for the MNW title. A rematch that every single wrestler is almost promised when they step foot in MNW. And months went by and months went by and it just wasn't happening. James wasn't coming. And finally October went around. Finally October came around. And finally Ground Zero came. And I thought I was going to get my one-on-one rematch finally for the title. And then all of a sudden, he adds his best friend, Zachary McGregor, into the match. And that's where you come in, Zach. See, he didn't add you into that match because you were his best friend. He added you into that match so that when I kick-started his head into the sidewalk, there'd be someone to break up the pin. And that's exactly what happened. And he walked out champion. Ended season 1 on a high note. I still never got my one-on-one rematch. Months went by. Minnesota winner. We were taking a break. And season 2 comes around in February. And still no one there. James is not there. And months went by and months went by and months went by. And I was fighting my heart. I was fighting with everything I had. And he wasn't showing up. And finally one night, he gave up his title. He vacated his title. And instinctively, you gotta think that it was because of health concerns. But we all know why he did that. We all know why he wouldn't show up. It's because of me. He knew what was coming for him. He knew what was waiting for him. So finally, when he vacated his title, I thought I had it all clear. I thought finally I was going to get my one-on-one rematch, and that's what I was going to get against the Roginator at, what was it? I believe it was Insanity. I finally got my one-on-one rematch at Insanity, and this is the part where you come in, Zach. I was this fucking close. I was this close to holding up that title. And then your skinny ass came in. And you cashed in. And you stole the show. You stole the show that night. You were the new champion. See, I've known you for a long time, Zach. Almost 2 years now. I know exactly the kind of person you are. You always, in your head, you always come up with these great plans. And a lot of the times they work. And you walk around super all tall and all tough acting. And you think that you're the smartest person in the world. And I've known you for a long time. And I'm here to tell you that you're one of the dumbest people I know. Because something that you don't realize is that the moment you cashed in and you inserted yourself into that match and made it a triple threat, it was no longer a one-on-one rematch. So the point I'm trying to make here is that I'm still owed my one-on-one rematch for the title. I'm still owed my one-on-one rematch for the title. But where are you, man? Where are you? I mean, I knew that you and James are best friends. Hell, I knew that you were his bitch. But I didn't think that you looked up to him that much to start acting like him too, man. You're not showing up. Where are you? Don't take a page out of his book, man. Don't do that. I'm out of patience. It's almost been a year. The same night that you won the title, you stood inside right next to a staircase and you proclaimed yourself as the new MNW champion, a better champion, even better than your own friend James Rodriguez. And you said that every single week you were going to get out there and you were going to steal the show. You said every single week that you would fight and you would defend that title with everything you had in your body. And every single person that stepped in front of you, you were going to break every single bone in their body. All 206 of them. Those are your exact words. But it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened yet. Time's running out, dude. I want my rematch. And I want it now. And I don't gotta prove anything to you. I've beaten your ass for the past 2 years. Hell, who did I beat to become the first ever Intercontinental Champion? That was you. And your best friend was reffing that match. And it wasn't like I pinned you. No. I won in the most humiliating way for you. The most humiliating way for another wrestler. I made you tap out. I am the greatest wrestler in MNW today, and that hasn't ever changed. From day one until the day that I die. I am the rightful MNW champion. Make the match. Make the match.
Jason Snipe, the man who has been owed a one-on-one rematch for the MNW Championship. And he's never gotten it because at Ground Zero, James Rodriguez added his friend Zachary McGregor into a triple threat match for the MNW Championship. Then at Meltdown, James didn't show up, and the title was vacated as he faced Marshall Smith instead in the main event of Meltdown. Following that at Insanity, Jason thought he finally got his one-on-one rematch, but a man by the name Zachary McGregor, the same Zachary McGregor that was added into the triple threat at Ground Zero, cashed in his Money in the Bank contract and made it a triple threat match and defeated both Jason Snipe and the Roginator. Now Jason Snipe, he still complains about getting a one-on-one rematch because by cashing in, Zachary McGregor ruined that chance. And now Jason Snipe has called out Zachary McGregor, and Zachary McGregor is answering right now with no. Jason Snipe at Rebellion, you will not face me in a one-on-one rematch for the MNW Championship. At Rebellion, you are the first participant in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Rebellion is the new home for Money in the Bank. And then, if you win that match, you can cash in anytime. You got a rematch whenever the hell you want. But if you don't win, the month after that, that's Warfare. And I'll see you then. But if you win Money in the Bank, you could cash in later that night when I have my main event match. Because, you know, I am the champion. The champion. The champion that's always this much better than you. You think you were this far away? That's how far away you actually are from the amount of talent that I have. So, the title that I have, It's in my house. You can go take it. Remember, you took my keys earlier in season 1. You raided my house. Threw sand in my face. Oh, come on, man. Like, you got a good mind. You got a good mind. But as you said, I am the smartest person you know. Maybe the dumbest. Yeah, I can say I had some dumb ideas. But you know, I'm willing to face you one-on-one. You know why? I have beaten you one-on-one. You have beaten me one-on-one. But all those times that I've beaten you, they're gonna come back to haunt you, and at Warfare, I will defeat you and retain the MNW championship. If you win Money in the Bank, I'll see you whenever you choose. If you choose right after you win, yeah, I'll be backstage. I'll be ready for you. If you choose later that night, yeah, I'll be in the main event. I'll have a match against anyone. I don't know who it'll be yet. And the week after that, just Friday Night Fury. Come on out. Cash it in. Any week up until Warfare, yeah, I'll be in the main event of Warfare. It'll be with you no matter what. I'm stating that right now. Whether you're Mr. Money in the Bank or not, I'm facing you one-on-one at Warfare. And following that, after I retain, you can say you got your one-on-one rematch. And you will never get another opportunity at the MNW title. Because I will always be this much better than you. You might as well go back to the Intercontinental Championship. Because you clearly think that is the Intercontinental Championship is the top of the world, but everyone knows that the MNW champion is always this much better. I will see you at Warfare, and I will be at the arena 1 week before Rebellion. And you can do whatever you want when I'm there. But I need to name a number 1 contender for my title at Rebellion, because you are going to be in a ladder match.
The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed,